You are requested to subscribe to the channel. We work so hard to make videos. We need your support so that we can continue to bring videos of such knowledge for you. By following the teachings of Gita which Krishna had given to Arjuna 5000 years ago, many famous people have made their lives meaningful and successful till date. The teachings of the Gita are like the sun for mankind, which liberates from the darkness of ignorance. The usefulness and significance of the teachings of Gita for mankind will always remain. These Gita teachings are the ultimate truth, by adopting which every person can live a successful and happy life by being free from sorrow and suffering. In this article, 15 such things of Gita have been told, the knowledge of which is needed by every person. Man's struggle is as much external as it is internal. The balance of thinking and action is the mantra of a successful life. A person trapped in the dilemma of right, wrong, and right decision gets mental strength and patience from these teachings of Gita. You are requested to watch the video till the end. Don't know which thing will bring change in your life? Let's start showering knowledge. First, knowledge, power of faith. You are the product of your beliefs. What you believe in, you become. Those who believe in themselves and keep moving towards the goal, they definitely get success. If a person engages in action with all his heart for his goal and he gets pleasure from doing action, then success is not far from him. Second, knowledge. Fear of death is in vain. There is a fear of death in the mind of every person. Ever since this world was created, the cycle of birth and death has been going on. This is the law of the nature. Accepting this truth, one should live fearlessly in the present. No one knows anything about the coming moment, but life cannot be lived by being afraid of this doubt. Third, knowledge. Karma comes first. Shri Krishna tells Arjuna that a person is born only to do work and no one can live without doing work. Worrying about the fruit is futile because it makes a man's mind wander from work. What if there is no success in any work? Failure also opens the door to knowledge. If you keep doing your work without worrying about the result, then success and peace of mind will not leave you throughout your life. One who continues to work without being detached from the fruits of his actions, his spiritual knowledge increases. Fourth, knowledge. It's always wrong to be selfish. The person who always acts out of selfishness, worrying about the result, and only the result inspires him to act, such people remain unhappy and restless because their mind is always confused as to what result they will get. A selfish person cannot be happy and no one wants to have a relationship with such a person. That's why rise above selfishness and think about the welfare of others. Fifth sense. Anger hurts everyone. Anger or getting angry creates upheaval in a person's mind. Many times a person harms himself by being reckless in passion, or hurts himself by disturbing his own mental peace. In the fire of anger, intelligence and logic are destroyed and a person without thinking just does things that satisfy his ego. Anger paralyzes a person's thinking power and creates confusion. Sixth sense. Why mind control is important. It is the nature of the mind that it easily wanders. If life is to be taken in the direction of success, then it is very important to control the mind. Shri Krishna says that by repeated efforts, one can gradually control the fickle mind. By controlling the mind, the power of the mind is concentrated, which leads to success in tasks. If you do not control your mind, it becomes your biggest enemy. Seventh, knowledge. No one is big or small among gods. God is known in many forms in this world. None of these forms is big or small, every form of God is equal. Just as every river merges into the ocean at the end, similarly the currents of every religion, creed and sect merge into the ocean of God. This world is the form of the Supreme Father. He is present in every particle. Eighth, knowledge. It is necessary to follow the duty. Lord Krishna preaches that every person should perform his duty. This is religion. If one's duty is not followed, then there is restlessness and sorrow in the mind. Do your duty keeping aside your likes and dislikes, attachment and enmity. No matter how much someone else's work may attract you, don't be tempted by it. It is better to do one's duty in spite of suffering than to imitate others. Following one's actions and duties is the right way of life because action is always better than inaction. Don't back down after seeing fault in your duty, because there can be some big or small fault in every action, just like there is smoke along with fire. Always act, think before you act, but don't analyze too much. Over-analysis breeds doubt and inaction. Ninth, knowledge. God can be realized by meditating. Sri Krishna says that the path of knowledge is higher than physical work, and the path of meditation is even higher than the path of knowledge. God can be realized by moving on the path of meditation. The person who calms the mind and senses, with full faith, concentrates on God, he definitely experiences the knowledge and existence of God. The one who sees God everywhere, in every living being, remains engaged in the welfare of all, the Supreme Father definitely blesses him. Be it the path of knowledge or the path of devotion, dedication, love, faith only leads you towards the light of God. Many people worship God, but why don't they get peace? Because God resides in your mind, He knows what your mood is. 10th, knowledge. More doubter can never be happy. Sri Krishna says in Gita that the one who doubts is destroyed, so avoid doubting. Doubting too much disturbs the peace of mind, and the person gets confused and destroys his relations. One who gets into the habit of doubting does not find peace in this world or the hereafter. The search for truth is fine, but without knowing the truth, doubting with imagination ends up in the form of sorrow, tribulation, repentance. 11th, knowledge. Avoid overdoing. Balance is very important in life. It is not good to overdo anything. Like being careless when happiness comes and drowning in despair when sorrow comes, both are wrong. Imbalance disrupts the pace and direction of life, leading to unnecessary suffering and miseries. One who has balance in his mind, thoughts and deeds, he gets knowledge, and only through knowledge, he gets peace and satisfaction forever. 12th, knowledge. Knowledge and liberation are possible through right action. In the teachings of the Gita, the principle of Karma Yoga says that detachment from the world is not the only way to salvation. Living in the world, a householder can attain liberation by following his deeds, being detached from the fruits of his actions. Right thought and right action are also capable of eliminating attachment. Good deeds never go in vain, be it in this world or the hereafter. 13th, knowledge. Knowledge and action are one. An ignorant understands karma and knowledge is different, but a wise one knows that both are one. People talk about knowledge but do not follow it. Without following, the knowledge remains blank. There is no experience of knowledge. The Gita says that knowledge is not something to be read but to be experienced, and experience is not achieved without action. 14th, knowledge. Desire is the root of suffering. All the things in this world which come under the category of worldly pleasures definitely have a beginning and an end. These worldly pleasures end in the form of sorrow, suffering and misery. There is no end to desires. When one is fulfilled, another new desire comes. It is wrong to act by being inspired by every desire, because such wrong actions will also happen. Don't get distracted by desires, watch them as a disinterested spectator and they will go away. 15th, knowledge. God is the biggest support. The Supreme Father is our only support and is ours. No one is alone in this world. Having faith in God, the person who moves forward on the path of action always attains peace, happiness and liberation. Worrying about the past and future is futile, the present is the truth. Whoever comes to the shelter of God with full dedication, God definitely does his welfare. You are requested to subscribe to the channel. We work so hard to make videos. We need your support so that we keep bringing videos of such knowledge for you.